Hello and welcome back to another Space Engineers Showcase video. In today's video we're taking a look at another large ship, and this one is called the Velaya Exploration Transport Vessel, which is this thing right here, and it does look magnificent. It does, however, use one mod which you could probably see from here, which are the helicarrier thrusters. But other than that, it's vanilla with a few DLC blocks here and there. So pressing F10 and finding it, there it is. Hopefully I said that correctly, so I won't attempt to do it again. This ship is 3,873 large blocks. It uses the decorative block number 2 and decorative block number 1 DLC packs, just to flush it out a bit with some decorations. So let's start by going around the outside, then we'll have a little tour of the interior, then we'll fly it around. So at the very front here we've got a little bridge that contains one flight seat for you to control this vessel. And in front of that we got some stairs purely as decoration, or perhaps you could use it to clean up that window when you're on a station. Surrounding that we got some grey and pinkish blocks that come around to two little spotlights to light up your way through space. If we just come around the side here, we're going to see a lot of modules that are not attached onto anything. They're purely there for decoration. So behind that spotlight we got some blast door edges, then we come across to our first of many modules on this ship. That comes across to another blast door part with a rotor head right next to it. That then comes across to another blast door part with two remote controls for decoration. Below that we got some half slope blocks with some window blocks just for some more detail. As we move along we got just lots and lots of great block work to make it look fantastic and avoid a blocky looking design. If we move across to here we come to our first wing, which has ion thrusters and this lovely pink part going all the way through it. We then come across to this bit right here, which is our modded block, the helicarrier thruster, which then moves across over to some more ion thrusters, some lovely block work. If I was just to drop down and come around to here, we have even more ion thrusters to push us along through space, and a light which just sits on the connecting block over there. Dropping down and coming underneath the wing we got another spotlight to help us land, and a Gatling turret to protect ourselves from some pesky pirates. Moving across along the side of the body once again, we've got another modded thruster there, being surrounded by some more blast door edges. As we turn around to here we've got another light and some more iron thrusters. We even have a wheel on here just for decoration, but you could, if you really wanted to, use it to bounce hard. Yes, you would damage the base of the ship, but you can still bounce on it. Anyway, moving around past to here, we've got some more wheels for decoration, we've got some landing gear, and once again some lovely block work. Just moving around over to here at the very back of this thruster, we've got another large ion, and then coming around to this side we can see we've got some more rotor heads, some more modules, and lots of landing gear. We just come up and above and look over to here, we can see the tops of those large wheels, some hydrogen thrusters and some more ion thrusters, and some more great block work. Coming to the back of this ship we got a bunch of hydrogen thrusters and one ion set up in a way that is very pretty. Then we can see down here all the wheel blocks, the thrusters and some of the modules. If I was to come underneath first, we got ourselves a connector there to connect up to a smaller ship, and then moving towards around to here we got our connector there which we can build off if we wanted to, and another connector over here to say dock up to a outpost to restock ourselves with ammunition and all that, or to dump off any resources we collected along the way. Then moving towards the front of the ship we got over here, which is our entrance in and out of the ship where we can store a small vehicle. So this ramp can be deployed by the flight seat or from a button panel which is just through here. We've got a hangar door that we can open up, so we just press this button panel, all that will open up and we can drive a vehicle or maybe a small ship in and out. Got ourselves some more landing gear at the front, just keep ourselves nice and balanced. And we do have a button panel right there to open up that ramp if we are stuck on the outside. Moving towards the front there, just some more lovely block work. We eventually reach the front with another landing gear. Coming up and above, we come past our flight seat to a more recreation area over here. We've got our meeting table, we got some kitchen blocks, sound blocks, juke blocks even, our vending machine, a settee and some TVs, but I'll look at that a bit more later on. Moving around onto here, we've got an area which we can walk around, yes, so we can get out through one of the doors at the very back around here and just walk around up here to do a bit of maintenance work or to land a ship over there. So we've got a little helipad right there. We could have a modded helicopter or you could land a small fighter ship on there and get in and out of it. Round over to here, we've got ourselves a laser antenna and a fake radar dish just for a bit of decoration. And then pulling away over there, we've got a nice rounded block and another rotor head. Good use of the railing going all the way around just to make sure you don't fall off and perhaps die. And then moving along around to here, we've got some more areas where we can go. An antenna, we've got some more hydrogen thrusters, another turret for protection. Then moving towards the back, even more hydrogen and ion thrusters. And that about covers the outside. It was very brief because there's a lot going on, but it does tend to repeat itself with the blocks it's using. But it does look bloody fantastic, doesn't it? Especially from a distance. So now it's time for me to take control of my character and head on inside. So dropping down this ladder, we can come in through this door over here, which is going to take us to the first of a few personal rooms. So coming through here, we've got a double door which is on a script which will close up after a certain amount of time. Right next to it, we've got a doorway which we can open up and access a survival kit. We then got ourselves an armory locker right here to deposit our stuff as we come through around to here, where we can relax in our own little room. We got ourselves a locker, a table, a bed, a corner sofa and a planter, and a small cargo container to store our personal stuff in. So we can just sit there and look out at the helicopters or ship landing on that little pad. Coming through here, we'll come to our main room. So pass through here, we've got our locker, got our air vent with a catwalk in front of it. This is our main room that you saw earlier where we've got our meeting table. We've got some kitchens, we've got another sofa setup with an LCD screen with Space Engineers written on it so you can watch your favourite shows. All in comfort. We've got an interior turret for a little bit of protection, and then moving towards round to here, we've got ourselves a vending machine where we can buy lots and lots of Clang Cola. Round here, we've got another corner chair just to sit on and have a bit more privacy than the one over there. And now we've got a few ways where we can go. So we came through, which door did we come through? I think we came through that door. So we're going to go through this door first, which will take us to another identical room, except this one has a toilet right next to it. And then coming through this door, we then, like I said, come through to a almost identical room actually. We've got our sofa, we've got a table, planter, bed, armory locker and a cargo container. Then turning around and coming back through, it's time to go to the lower levels. So coming down here, we are going to come through to a little intersection. This way is going to take us to the rear of the ship, where we've got our crew showers, so we've got some lockers to get undressed, and then we're going to go have a little shower over here, and then if we needed to, we can go to the toilet right behind us. On the opposite side, we've got our medical bay. We've got some of our DLC blocks sitting there, a proper medical bay to heal up on and change your outfit, and we've got a small little bed there if you need to recover from your injuries. We come around through here, we then get to the rear of the ship where all our gubbins and all that of how the ship is being powered. So we've got an ore detector in here, we've got our gravity, we've got our cargo crates, or freight crates, whatever you want to call them. Got a little table there, a programmable block which isn't currently being used. Yes, this will then lead us to the back of the ship where our reactors and stuff are being stored. So here we are, there's our reactors, there's a lot of batteries, and yeah, this is just how you access the reactors, the hydrogen tanks, and all that. Coming back through that, we're going to have to run all the way to the front of that intersection area. So come back through here, all the way around. Oh, we do have a button panel over here, I did miss this, but they control the lights and all that. So running past the medical bay and the showers, we once again come back to our intersection where this one will take us up and back to that room where we just were. Coming back through here and coming through this one, we come to another recreation area where we've got some tables, we've got some lockers, we've got some armory lockers and all that, planters, beds, vending machines and a cooker to cook your food. I'm not too sure what this room is, perhaps this is the captain's quarters, although I'm not sure why he'll need many beds unless he has some personal guards with him. And through here we then have our flight seat, which is how we're going to control the ship. Coming back round and through here, we do have one more place where we can go before I do a little test flight, which is through here. Through this door, we'll go down further into the ship, which is our hangar bay. The hangar bay can fit a reasonably sized ship or land vehicle, depending on what you want. and we've got plenty of cargo containers going around the outside. We've got a lot of armory lockers to store stuff in, and down here we've got some more freight containers to put a little bits and bobs inside it. We've got an air vent, we've got a survival kit, and up here we've got some cryopods to store your prisoners or for a quick recharge. Back here we've got a button panel that controls the lights like most button panels do on this ship, but also some controls for the hydrogen engines. There we are, we can turn them off if we don't want them. Coming right through here, we can then just come around up to here where we're going to have some controls for the hangar. So number 2 is going to open up the hangar doors, and number 1 is going to deploy that ramp, which allows us to get in and out very easily. Then we come back around to here and close it all up and come back around to the cockpit where we're going to have a little test flight. So opening up this door and coming back through here, it's time to get into our seat. So this is our little captain seat. We've got one little air vent and nothing much going on. Getting into the seat, we've got a fairly decent view. So number 1 on the control panel is for the landing gear, which is to lock or unlock it. Number 2 is to turn the power on and off. Number 3 is for our ion thrusters on and off. Number 4 is for those large modular thrusters over there. And number 5 is for the hydrogen thrusters. Number 6 is our gyroscopes, and number 7 is to turn off our Gatling turrets. Number 8 is our lights, and number 9 is our spotlights. Number 1 is our beacon on and off, and number 2 is to control our ramp down there, which you can probably see moving just a little bit. Number 3 is for the hangar doors just behind them. Number 4 and number 5 are for the merge blocks on here. Number 6 for the gravity generator. 7 is for our jump drive where we can jump 555 kilometers. And number 8 is to turn it on and off. And number 9 is for our ore detector on and off. On tab number 3 we've got once again some controls for the spotlight. We then have the antenna, and then we've got our small little interior lights. And that about covers it. So now it's time to do a quick little thruster test, and that will be it. So going forwards, we got quite a lot of speed. This is quite a big ship, and we got some speed. Stopping as well is very good. Look at that go down. Going left and going right again is fairly speedy. Going down seems to be a bit slower than everything else, and going up is fairly slow as well. Then wiggling my mouse around, we got plenty of control over this ship. There's a lot of weight to it, but it's still responsive to the mouse movement. And as for that, that is basically it for the exploration transport vessel. It's an absolutely glorious design with how they've used all the different blocks. Yes, there are a lot of wasted blocks on here which could be used for the actual refineries and all that, but it does make it look fantastic. So it'll be in the description below if you wish to download and play around with it yourself. Highly recommend you do, because it is a fantastic looking ship and a great little interior to play around with. So thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with another Space Engineers video some point soon. Bye bye.